All right, here we go. What's up, people? Welcome back. Welcome back. My homie's been on vacation long enough. Next time it's gonna be me on vacation. What's up, AJ?
Doing well, Jack. What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Just ready to debate, ready to discuss. You know what I'm saying? Ready to get back to doing what we do.
Yeah, let's uh, get some consistency. So I was saying this is like a welcome back Cotter moment.
Already.
All
All
right, you
right.
want to start or you want me to start?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. It's your world. I'm just living in it.
Yeah, you know I gotta start off with how about them Cowboys?
Go ahead.
How about them Cowboys?
What about him, man? What about him? Let me
Three
let me
and
hear
one,
some.
3-1. Pretty impressive being 3-1. Their leader broke his thumb, and
Well,
everybody else had to be professional.
so they got a new leader. That what we saying?
They had an understudy.
They got a new leader. He 3-0. He the new leader.
Yeah, he's understudy.
He ain't no
But but
understudy, man. He
but
the
but
leader.
but we'll take what he's given compared to what you got going on over there in Texanville.
That's all good. That's all good, man. We're gonna get the number one draft pick again.
And he's starting off with we're gonna know the race to the number one draft pick.
In the fourth week of the season, right? And
But Jack, we talked about the fact that the way uh, the preseason is compared to how it used to be.
yeah,
That it was going to take about 3 to 4 games. We said about 4 games before we feel like who has put themselves in a position to be where they are.
yeah, yeah,
And
man.
so with the Cowboys being 3-1, I don't think they're world beaters or anything like that, but
So
they had to beat the teams they had to beat, and so far they've done that.
so let me ask you this: what's the number one reason they are 3-1 right now?
Their defense, absolutely, their defense.
Okay.
They've been very very good.
Yeah.
They've been opportunistic. They have put the offense in a place where they don't have to go 98 yards to score a touchdown.
Yeah. And
So
then
so if we kick the ball off to them and they get the ball at the 25, because now most of the kicks kicked out of bounds.
hmm
They might give up 1 or 2 first downs, but they're not giving up 8, 9 first downs and giving up field goals or getting the ball punted like
already.
at the 50-yard line and getting it at the 10 or at the 12.
Yeah. They have allowed less and less points as the season is going on, from 19 to 17 to 16 to 10. So yeah, it looks like the defense is improving week by week as well. But I'd like to give a shout out to their new leader, Cooper Rush. You know what I'm saying? I feel like as long as he keeps winning, Dak shouldn't get that job. Not only should they not give it to him, he shouldn't even ask for it back.
Yeah,
As long as they keep winning. Let me preface by saying that.
right. Well, I will say this. Personally, I broke my thumb my junior year in a freak accident playing quarterback. No, seriously, Jack, running back ran into my thumb with the ball
yeah.
and it just popped out. And that's kind of like the same situation that he had. And I remember when the doctor put a cast on it,
hmm
it took about 4 weeks, and then it took another 2 weeks to get the mobility back.
Okay.
So to me, he shouldn't be in any rush. I mean, it's
Yeah.
been 3 weeks.
hmm
I'm thinking
No.
first week in November.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he,
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
That
I mean,
sounds about right. And
yeah.
then and that gives Cooper Rush enough time to lose.
Well,
Cause, cause
you're a Cowboy hater,
no,
so
no,
no, you're
I'm
a
not.
Cowboy hater.
I'm
No,
not.
no, no. Listen, I'm gonna
I'm
tell
a
you,
Texans. No, I'm a Texans homer. That's a
okay,
difference between a homer and a hater. I ain't hating on
okay.
nobody.
All right,
No.
I take it back. I give you that. What I'm saying is this, right? I think that they should say, hey, look, we're not going to put you in until like the last game of October, first game of November. That's what I'm saying. That gives him about 6 good weeks.
Yep.
A cast for 4 weeks, and then 2 weeks to get his mobility back.
And they're off. They're off. They're off. They have a bye week that first week in November.
Oh, okay.
Before they play Green Bay. That's probably the week he should come back.
Right. Well, you know what? Now that you're telling me that, maybe he should, if he's capable without any stress, maybe come back the end of October, get 1 game in before the break.
Yeah, well, they have Chicago. That'd be a good game to get in.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna get hit.
If he's ready, you know what I'm saying? If he's ready.
Yeah.
Because that's 6 weeks.
Already. What's the next topic, brother?
Okay, let's talk college football, Jack. I'll let you lead off, and then I'm gonna come in with some black college football. So
okay, all right. Well, let me do my little soliloquy on my Aggies real quick, because they're very disappointing right now. The offense is terrible. Max Johnson is not nearly as good as advertised or as we thought he would be. We don't know whether it's him grasping Jimbo's offense or whether it's Jimbo calling, his play calling. But the offense is terrible, which in my eyes, it's putting a lot of pressure on the defense to be greater than they really should be at this point, because there's a bunch of freshmen out there and everybody keeps talking about, well, they're the #1 class, but they're all freshmen going against guys that have been in college 3 and 4 years, So I think you need to give them a little benefit of the doubt in that sense, but also the offense needs to help them out. A&M lost to Mississippi State, man, and that was so disheartening. I didn't even watch the game. I was at a family reunion watching it with my Xfinity app, and I didn't get to watch the second half, but I listened to it on the radio, and it was just frustrating, bro. So I'm disheartened right now. Didn't want to do a recap of the game like I had been doing, but there needs to be changes, and from what I'm hearing, Max Johnson might be hurt, or they might quote say he's hurt and get Haynes King back in there, but I don't think they're going to get Weigman in there yet, because I just don't think he's ready. So I think they'll probably go back to Haynes King if he's if they make a change. But they play Alabama this year. They beat Alabama last year with Zach Calzada, who was the worst quarterback in D1 last year. And they beat Alabama. He started 14 for 14 versus Alabama last year. I'm not saying that's going to happen this year, but I believe Jimbo rises in big games. Just like I said, they beat number 10 Arkansas, number 13 Miami, but they lost to App State and Mississippi State. So you know what I'm saying? So this is the #1 team in the country. I think that Jimbo will rise to the occasion. I'm not saying they'll win, but I'm saying they will compete. They've got heart and they've got pride, and they get all that from the coach. But the season's not going the way it should, and
Well, they had high hopes in College Station, so I'm gonna call them Station College, because they moving backwards, bro. They moving backwards. It's not College Station, Station College.
Oh hell, man! I can't. Hey, you know what? I can't even say nothing, man, because
the Aggies from Station College.
Because that's actually pretty funny, man.
Yeah, it is funny. That's why I'm laughing.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
so here's the deal, right? They in bad shape, man. They was a top 5. Maybe if somebody lost and they beat a couple of teams, they could be in that top 4. That was the talk all summer, where they were ranked. And for them to be 2-2 now, and they lose to 2 underdogs, basically.
2 unranked teams, definitely.
Right, 2 underdogs. Right, somebody not gonna be in Station College very long. It's not gonna be Jimbo.
Oh yeah, he got it. His contract's solid.
No, but they're gonna find a scapegoat, right? Somebody about to get cut. It might be the It might be the water boy. It might be the dude that lines up the field. They're going to blame it on somebody. Somebody's about to get hit.
Yeah, and the closest person, because this is nobody. The offense is what sucks, and Jimbo runs the offense. So I don't see any other offensive coaches losing their jobs, but I don't see it, but I could see a scenario where the defense gets worse as the season goes on because the offense is so sorry, and DJ Durkin is let go. I can see that happening. I don't think it will, but I can definitely see it. That's probably more the closest thing to reality than anything else.
DJ Durkin is the what?
Defensive coordinator.
Defensive coordinator?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
and he's a first year guy.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, I was out and I watched them when they played Appalachian State. I thought somebody was going to lose their job right after that game. I was right. I said, "Oh, somebody gonna turn in their T-shirt." You know, the NFL, when they cut you, they take your playbook, they take your T-shirts, and your jackets and that kind of stuff when you in college.
Yeah, man. All right, my heart hurts, man. Next topic, brother. What we got?
Okay, let's go with Brett Favre. Right. Let's talk a little bit about Brett Favre. He's a Hall of Famer. He's outside the NFL.
We can. He doesn't move the needle for me very much. I don't really care for Brett Favre, and I don't think many of our listeners do. But if you want to talk about Brett Favre, let's talk about Brett Favre.
Oh, I gotta get on him because because here's the deal, right? When other NFL players who have have some missteps, they jump all on them like they still playing. So I'm not gonna let this see when certain people steal money, they call them embezzlers, right?
Mm-hmm.
He had out thief. He's a thief.
Oh yeah, and he knew he was stealing. He knew he was stealing.
He was the opposite of Robin Hood. So he was Hood Robin, right?
You could.
But he stuck up the hood. He took money that was designated
for the poor
and
gave it to the rich.
Yeah, right. So he's not Robin Hood. He's Hood Robin. That's Brett Favre.
I'm not saying Southern Miss is a rich school, but they aren't they aren't as poor as where the money needed to go. The money didn't need to go for new volleyball gyms and all that type of stuff. And it wasn't designated for that. And I don't see how, as a mayor, Brett Favre is a retired Brett Favre is somebody that can pressure you into giving him any kind of money. Like, to me, a Brett Favre that was playing had more leverage than a Brett Favre that was retired. I mean, where did he get this newfound power from where he can strong arm somebody into giving him funds that weren't meant for him?
Man, all those dudes got their hands in the cookie jar. They in bed with each other, bro. All they're doing is just passing a hot potato so that, he got the biggest name. Brett Favre got the biggest name. So he's everybody's trying to pass the potato around or pass the buck or whatever you want to call it around, especially Brett Favre, because Hall of Famer, Super Bowl champion, just being a Hall of Famer, man, he makes about $1 million just a speaking engagement. So he set
already, no, financially, if you don't, but he didn't use it for his daughter's volleyball gym.
Look, man, he messed his reputation up, and I'm going to say that, right? Yeah. He's a thief, right? Bro, I'm not going to call him an embezzler. He's a thief, right? He's Hood Robin. That's what I'm calling Brett Favre. Because that's what they would have said to any other person that would have been out there that did the same thing with him. They try to keep it out of the they started saying, well, he paid this money back. Well, still, bro, he stole. He's a thief.
He stole.
That's why I had to make sure I got on that, Jack.
Already. Next topic, baby.
Let's talk about the women's soccer team that's suffered abuse. So the parallel is in the same light as the gymnastics team that quote unquote the former doctor Larry Nassar and the cronies at Michigan State and the USA team with the gymnastics.
Yep.
This is the same type of parallel, right? Yep. You got young women, right?
Yep.
Who are governed by pretty much non-melanin men, right?
Yeah.
And doctors, non-melanin doctors, right? And you know, they, you know, touching and feeling on these young girls, man. And you know, saying they examining them, but they doing all this freaky deaky stuff. And now these ladies are older, and you know they realize what was done to them, and now they're speaking out.
Yeah, and, yeah. It's tough. You know, like it's not tough, you know, in a sense of being angry, but it just the fact that everything involved with that, like it's tough, like you know, it's more than one person to blame. Like the doctors are the main people to blame, but come on, like it's coaches involved, parents, I mean, managers, people that deal with these kids on a day-to-day basis. Like multiple people should know what's going on at all times. And for this to go on in gymnastics on the USA level, on the college level, and soccer, like how can it continue to go on when these guys' lives are so regimented and so many adults control what they do and where they go?
Jack, like this is what I'm going to say, right? And I'm just going to put it out there. Don't care. Just going to tell my truth. So, you know, this stuff been going on a long time, right?
Yeah.
The bottom line is that probably over the last 30 or 40 years, women have developed their own power, right, to speak out, right? Yep. They got their own college degrees, they got their own money, so they can speak out. Now, when they was in these relationships, right, where the man, and in particularly, all right, non-melanin men controlled all the purse strings.
Yeah.
And so when they went to court, and it was mostly all melanin men at that time, right?
Yeah.
Who did they give the power to? Right? They couldn't sue their oppressor, even if it was their husband. That's how it used to be.
Yeah.
Now, because of diversity, and there's different people in the courts now, right? We just saw that with Supreme Court Justice Jackson. So when you start having those situations and you have people think differently and you give them some power to speak out, that's what's happening. That's why diversity matters.
Right.
That's why it matters, man. And so, in my opinion, right, these young women now, because you got the Me Too movement, and then you had the right after the civil rights movement, you had a women's movement, the organization of Now. So these ladies, man, you know, they might call them feminists or whatever the case may be, but they've developed their own power structure, right? So that they're earning their own money and doing that so they can speak out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's kind of where I stand on it, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, because what they do is they'll say, well, men are, nah, bro, don't put us in that category. As far as I know, right? Well, one thing I know is if there's any black men on that committee, right, or any minority men on those committees, right?
Yeah.
It's not enough of them to have voting rights to have power.
Right.
So let's call it where it is, right? It's non-melanin men still doing the same stuff they did back in the day, right?
Yep.
And I'm gonna give you this on the way out, bro. These guys are no more, or they're about the same as these pedophile priests, bro. Same scenarios.
Oh yeah. No. Yeah, I agree with that. All right, you got something else?
Yeah, let's go with Brittney Griner.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we
I
hadn't
think
touched on her, man.
yeah, I think that's a good subject to talk about. So let's update the people here. So Brittney Griner was held captive on a bogus uh,
Well,
misdemeanor charge, in my opinion. Right? Here's the main thing I want to talk about, Jack, and I'll let you go. Right with this.
all right.
So she plays. She was considered and still is pretty much considered the number one women's basketball player in the world.
Yeah.
She played over in Russia, for what I understand,
Like,
5 years.
yeah,
So you know how much money and prestige and everything that they got off of her? And she admitted that she had it. She didn't try to hide it. It was not a blatant situation.
right.
She also has found out that she had a doctor's note, but it's illegal over in Russia. But my point is, she had built so much goodwill with them. How do you give her 9 years, man?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, so yeah, I guess she was leaving the airport, coming back to the States, and they caught her with don't know how much hash oil, but it just from the package it looked pretty small, but I guess you could fit a lot of hash oil in a little bitty package. I don't know. But then they held her for some months before they had a trial or decided what charges to put to her. And I guess whatever charges they put to her, they wanted to give her the limit, and I guess the limit was 9 years, whatever they gave her. I'm not uh and I don't think that. Well, let me say this, man. You know, I agree with you in the fact that Brittney uh, should have been. First of all, she should have been released on her own recognizance, just because of who she is nationally, and she ain't going nowhere, but to play ball. But they weren't going to do that because then they'd had all kinds of problems trying to get her back if they wanted to put charges on her. But I feel like Brittney Griner, man, she's been over there long enough to know. I mean, I'm not saying that what they doing is above board, but I'm saying she felt mighty comfortable, with that hash oil. I mean, like it's not the first time she done did that, and maybe they let it slide. Maybe they've let it slide multiple times, but you can't keep playing with fire if in fact that wasn't her first time. You know
Jack,
what I'm
let me
saying?
read something to you, right?
Hey,
This was sent to me real quick.
yeah,
It says Brittney Griner, 31-year-old American, convicted of smuggling zero point 0.7 grams of THC into Russia on a trip to play basketball for a Russian team. Sentenced 9 years and fined 1 million rubles. Now, under this, it says, um, and of course, Brittney Griner is African American. Audrey Lorbers, 19-year-old American, found guilty of smuggling 17 grams of THC into Russia
hmm.
while on a family vacation. Released after 2 months detention and fined 15,000 rubles. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it in writing here, Jack.
Well, we already know that she's a political pawn, right? We know that because they held her for so long and they didn't even give her an opportunity to make bail or any of that. My thing, my issue, which I'm debating you. So just because we're having a debate, don't always mean I'm one side and not seeing the other side, right? But I just feel like, I mean, that is low. Like I said, the package was so small. I'm like, come on, guys, what are y'all doing? But Brittney has to take some blame. Not 9 years worth of blame, goddammit. Not 9 years worth of blame, but some of the blame for just
But she
being in that
did.
situation.
But she did, Jack. She said that she admitted it and she came clean. She didn't try to deny it. She said, hey, she didn't mean to bring it in, but she did have it.
Right.
So, but that's not a 9-year fix, bro.
Hell no. Not at all, man. Uh and now and as you knew what was gonna happen, they want who do they want in exchange for Brittney? Like some arms dealers trying to blow up America or some bullshit like that. All we want is a basketball player and a journalist. And they want two of the most dangerous people on the face of the planet in exchange for them. So that right there lets you know what kind of deal that is. And who they have in charge, Putin,
Yeah, and Putin's killing everybody, right?
yeah,
He's stopping all over Ukraine.
He's not some.
I mean, dude, he's just reckless, right?
Yeah,
blowing people up, killing people, right?
Women, kids, pregnant women,
right? Families, right?
He's not some. So what I was saying is that he's not someone that America can reason with or ration with. He's just not. So, short of breaking Brittney up out of there, not only Brittney, but and the journalist. Because let's be fair. Like the journalist is like, what about me? He's like, I've been here way longer than Brittney, and y'all ain't sent nobody to come get me.
But the thing is that his story is being kept alive because of the national and international exposure.
That's what I'm saying, but I'm sure he feels some kind of way that it wasn't before she got arrested.
Right.
But yeah, he definitely, both of them, short of breaking them out. I mean, I don't see Russia giving in unless we give them those guys.
She goes back to court on appeal the end of this month. I don't know if you heard about that.
And who's in charge of the appeal?
Well,
well.
I mean, put it this way. I'm just reporting like the reporters do.
Yeah.
They said the end of the month they go back, so maybe by that time they'll have some kind of backyard deal that will free her. I mean, we're hoping that's the case. So Jack, let me go on to Tom Brady. He's having a situation where it's been reported that him and his wife are maybe breaking up and divorcing.
Because he reneged on a deal that they had made. That'll make any wife mad at you. Me and my girl was talking about that last night. Tom Brady is my girlfriend's baby daddy. That's what she call him.
Right.
Yeah, she loves some Tom Brady. So she all up in their business. And,
what's her perspective?
That Tom can't do no wrong.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
She sees his wife's point, but she's not as mad at Tom as she would be if it was me. You know what I'm saying?
I second that emotion. I know that's true. hey, listen, but here's the deal, like you said, right? So, we don't know all the facts, but we do know, in my opinion, we do know that she was ready to live her life, because, you're a football coach, right? I mean, he's a player coach, but they're all in the same kind of boat.
Yep.
You coach football, high school football. I'm semi-retired right now.
Mm-hmm.
And, you go probably from right after 4th of July until either you get eliminated from the playoffs or the first week in November. Yeah, and that's pretty much every day. Am I right, Jack?
You're absolutely right. Yep.
So let's say Tom Brady's been playing football since he was 7 or 8 years old, all the way through high school and college, and what, 15, 16 years in the pros now?
No, 20.
20 years. Okay. But my point is, they thought he was going to retire right after he won that Super Bowl. And, look, I'm not giving anybody advice, But if I was Tom Brady, man, I don't know. I'd try to make peace with my wife, man, because football gonna be over soon,
Yep.
regardless. And he gonna want his family, man.
So this is
You
my
know?
and this is my my perspective on that. You know, I'm the same way. I told my girl last night. I said, Tom Brady need to work it out because
Yeah,
football ain't gonna be there in a few months. And his wife, but then
yeah.
I said his wife need to stick it out. You know what I'm saying? Because again, for the same reason, football ain't gonna be there for that long. You know, he's not gonna play forever. But so the perspective that I wanted to share is that if he is if he's in his 23rd year of playing, I think 1999, 2000 when he was drafted, it's his 23rd year, bro. Over half his life. If he could have retired and kept his marriage after 22 years and he decided to play an extra year, he didn't want that marriage to begin with.
Wow,
You know what I'm saying?
wow.
If he would put it on the burning blocks like that, he must was on the way out anyway. Either he was, uh, he thought she was, or she was. You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Otherwise, there's no reason to do it.
That's a strong perspective. But I'm gonna go back to what you said a few minutes ago
Yeah,
about there seemed like there was a deal made,
yeah.
and it looks like he reneged on the deal, and she just tired of it. Hey, I was gonna retire, but I did. Right, the song said when a woman's fed up, right?
and
Right,
you and
that's
you
a real
know
song.
and you know where the dude that wrote that song at.
Where's he at, Jack?
He in Sing somewhere.
Oh wow. Oh wow.
Hey man, no, you're right. You're right. I mean, you
Right.
know,
I mean, they both got money, so it ain't like it's just his money.
right. And that's
So she, like take a chill. If I made this money, right? They always talk about she got more money than him.
that's
But
also what we talked about. Me and my girl, we talked because the story broke saying that they both had retained divorce attorneys and they were exploring divorce.
right.
Well, only rich people get attorneys to explore divorce. Poor people, if we gonna get attorneys, we get divorced. By the time we get an attorney, it's over, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, so exploring divorce simply means that they're trying to see if it's worth it, if monetarily it's worth it, because they both have a lot to lose.
Right. Well, even beyond the money, man, like if you got a heart, you don't want to see nobody's family break up. Tom Brady, your best friend, your co-workers, um, and their situation really, like he's on his last, bro, he's on a spare tire. He driving around on a spare tire. That spare tire gonna pop at some point, and
And
then
and their roster, this is what I don't get. Their roster is so, and we're running out of time, bro. I'm just let
how
you
much
know.
time we got, Jack?
4 minutes.
Okay, I
And
want
their
to bring one more topic in. So,
okay. And their roster is so depleted. He wasn't gonna win a Super Bowl this year, no way. I don't know why he coming back.
and unless he's just greedy for the money, or he's greedy for he don't want to, he want to leave on his own terms. But, bruh, he got
Yeah,
his Super Bowl in the last 2 or 3 years, and that type of stuff. So I don't know,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
I hope they can work it out, man,
yeah,
because
yeah.
just from a family perspective, I,
Okay,
I,
okay.
I just
Three,
say,
three, 3.5 minutes.
okay, I
Jack.
want to I want to talk black college football because I skipped over that, so to save the best for last, and I want to talk about my North Carolina Central University Eagles
Go
out
ahead.
of Durham, North Carolina.
I'll let
We
you have the floor, man, because
Man, we played against our rival, North Carolina A&T University in Charlotte on Labor Day weekend,
yep.
and they called it like a Labor Day Classic. And so I was interviewing people on my Facebook channel, and I was like, "Hey, So who's going to win the game? I said, don't just tell me who, me, we're going to win. I said, I need a score and a prediction. So when I asked A&T, our rival, 56-0, 38-7. Man, blowout scores. When I asked people from Central was like 21-14, 21-20, 17-14. So, but what really got me toward the end is that, give me a 1 minute, Jack. Yep. So what got me at the end, while I was interviewing people as they were getting ready to go in, and I had video. I don't know if you saw it, Jack, but it was pretty exciting. I was interviewing. Yeah. And so what happened was this group of North Carolina A&T people had these gold shirts, and it said beat NCCU. I said, that's disrespectful. They disrespected us. I was going off. Everybody was laughing. I said, look, I hope the football team hear me. They got shirts like, man, I was going off.
You had a minute. You had a minute, bro.
We ended up winning the game, Jack, right?
Okay.
28-13, right?
Yep.
So when I saw the people come out, I was like, too soon to talk about it, huh? As I walked by, I shook my head. I was standing in the same place. And then one of the guys came by with one of those beat NCCU shirt. I said, man, turn that shirt inside out.
Hey, that's awesome, man. And the videos that you had from that, man, looked awesome. Like you had a great time, bro.
I did, Jack. And also, we're #2 college football nationally, black college football nationally, right behind Jackson State, which the great Deion Sanders is coaching.
Awesome.
So we can wrap it up, Jack.
For sure. Good deal, man. This was a good show. Good show, brother. For you guys that are listening or watching on YouTube, hopefully you got value out of this. Download it, like, comment, share. We had a great time. I'm Erik T. Jackson.
This is Coach AJ Jackson here.
Yep, and we are out of here. Appreciate everybody for listening, tuning in.
Peace.